Have you ever scrolled through your social media feed and stumbled upon a 20-something creator sharing their monthly earnings from digital product sales or platform ad revenue? For previous generations, success was always measured by a neatly organized cubicle, an iron suit, and a prestigious corporate business card from a multinational company. However, for Gen Z, those traditional symbols of professional achievement have completely lost their appeal and value in this modern landscape. Today, if you ask young people in the United States what their ultimate career goal is, they will rarely say a doctor or a lawyer. The vast majority of them will confidently look you in the eye and tell you they want to be a content creator. This cultural phenomenon is often dismissed by older generations who love to label Gen Z as lazy individuals chasing after fast digital money. They are constantly criticized for supposedly avoiding hard, honest work and only desiring shallow fame in front of a smartphone camera. But we must ask ourselves if this burning obsession is born purely out of laziness or if there's a darker, systematic motive. When you look beneath the surface, the desperate obsession with becoming a content creator is actually a response to severe economic despair. Welcome to an era where the modern side hustle is no longer an optional choice for extra pocket money, but a mandatory survival tool. This is exactly where the greatest illusion of the 21st century begins to thrive and multiply within our collective social consciousness. Let us look at the economic reality currently faced by young adults in America as a prime case study for this global crisis. The cost of higher education has skyrocketed to an absolute mathematical absurdity, forcing students to start their lives buried in massive debt. A college degree, which used to be an automatic golden ticket to a stable career in homeownership, is now just an expensive piece of paper. Many brilliant university graduates end up trapped in unpaid internships or temporary contract roles that pay nothing close to a living wage. This harsh socioeconomic reality completely crushes the mental well-being of young people who did everything society told them to do. At the same time, the cost of basic rent, healthcare, and groceries continues to inflate far beyond the stagnant growth of average corporate wages. This is the exact point where the promises of modern late-stage capitalism visibly fail the younger generation on a daily basis. Spending 8 grueling hours a day in a corporate cubicle is no longer a path to prosperity, but a ticket to permanent financial stagnation. Gen Z has watched their parents sacrifice their physical health and personal time for decades in the name of corporate loyalty. And what did that older generation receive in return for their ultimate devotion to these massive faceless companies? The answer was mass layoffs delivered via a cold automated email the second a corporation needed to artificially boost its quarterly profit margins. They realized very early on that investing your emotional loyalty into a corporation is a guaranteed losing game for the working class. This bitter realization is what sparked the viral movement to reject the conventional workforce, known widely as escaping the corporate matrix. Gen Z refuses to become the next tiny cog in an industrial machine that is perfectly designed to replace them without a second thought. So they look for an exit strategy from this rigged game, and social media steps in with an incredibly seductive alternative narrative. Platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram constantly broadcast the lifestyles of top creators who appear completely free, wealthy, and joyful. This curated digital narrative promises absolute autonomy over your own time, your creative expression, and your long-term financial destiny. Becoming a content creator is heavily marketed as the only viable shortcut to achieving true financial freedom before you turn 30. This is a dream that has become mathematically impossible to achieve if you choose the traditional route of a standard office worker.
The tech industry has brilliantly packaged this phenomenon under a glamorous and productive term known worldwide as the creator economy. But behind the aesthetically pleasing visual transitions and the beautifully edited lifestyle vlogs lies a massive illusion hidden from public view. The harsh truth is that the creator economy adopts a wealth distribution structure that is far more brutal than any traditional corporate hierarchy. Reliable statistics show that less than 1% of all global creators actually make enough money to support themselves independently. The vast majority of aspiring digital workers are trapped in a new system that can only be described as a digital sweatshop. They work exhausting hours without any clear boundaries, often editing videos late into the night just to keep up with performance metrics. The ultimate irony is that while they used to be exploited by human bosses, they are now exploited by an unfeeling mathematical algorithm. These digital platform algorithms are engineered with the sole purpose of trapping human attention to maximize corporate advertising revenue. The second a creator decides to take a much-needed one-week break for their mental health, the algorithm ruthlessly punishes their channel. Their video reach is instantly throttled on the next upload, forcing them right back into the endless cycle of production. This constant fear of losing digital relevance is what drives Gen Z to produce endless streams of content in a state of high anxiety. They no longer possess a healthy boundary separating their private human lives from their public professional identities. Every single intimate moment of their existence, from personal heartbreaks to morning routines, must be monetized for the entertainment of strangers. Human emotions are systematically transformed into commercial products measured by cold metrics like click-through rates and view counts. Their fundamental self-worth is now entirely dependent on the chaotic fluctuations of a digital analytics dashboard. Furthermore, the income generated from being a content creator is notoriously unstable and completely unpredictable over the long term. A creator might make thousands of dollars from brand sponsorships this month, only to receive absolutely nothing the following month. They also operate entirely without the basic social safety nets that traditional corporate employment is legally required to provide. There is no company-sponsored healthcare plan, no paid sick leave, and no corporate retirement fund waiting for them in old age. If a digital creator experiences a severe medical emergency that prevents them from filming, their entire income stream vanishes instantly. This is the tragic paradox of Gen Z's obsession with the modern internet side hustle. They run away from the exploitation of the traditional corporate world only to build a more intense version of exploitation for themselves. They believe they have successfully demolished the walls of the office cubicle that previously restricted their human freedom, but in reality, they have simply transferred that cubicle directly into the glowing smartphone screen they hold every waking second. Monopolistic platforms like YouTube and TikTok act as the factory owners of this brand new digital era. They provide the basic digital infrastructure while millions of young creators provide billions of hours of free labor. The tech billionaires who own these platforms reap massive profits from ads while creators fight for whatever small fraction remains. If a platform decides to change its algorithm tomorrow morning, your entire digital business can disappear in the blink of an eye. Yet, despite these massive risks, young people continue to flood into this highly volatile industry because they lack better options. When the traditional economic system stops offering a rational path to survival, irrational paths begin to look completely logical. Becoming a digital creator with all of its systemic flaws still offers one crucial thing an office job no longer possesses, which is hope. For Gen Z, a 1% chance of striking it rich online feels much better than a 0% chance in a low-wage corporate job. This cultural obsession is a direct reflection of a broken society where traditional hard work has been mathematically devalued. Governments worldwide have failed to create a stable job market that actually keeps pace with the modern cost of living. They have allowed corporate monopolies to suppress working-class wages while the cost of basic housing continues to skyrocket. Consequently, the younger generation is forced to become aggressive self-marketing entrepreneurs before they even reach full maturity. The term side hustle, which used to represent youthful independence, has devolved into an exhausting structural requirement for survival. You are no longer allowed to simply enjoy a quiet hobby or possess unproductive free time in this hyper-monetized world. Every single creative outlet you pursue must be optimized into a digital business that can generate immediate cash flow. If you enjoy cooking, you must film it for a video essay, and if you love reading, you must create affiliate links for book reviews. Late-stage capitalism has successfully invaded the most private corners of human life through the illusion of the creator economy. Gen Z is currently walking a dangerous tightrope balanced between the dream of freedom and the reality of chronic digital anxiety. The ultimate takeaway from this phenomenon is that the obsession with content creation is not an individual character flaw. It is a macroeconomic indicator that the foundations of our physical economy and labor market are deeply fractured. As long as traditional employment fails to provide a fair wage and a secure future, this digital illusion will remain their only escape hatch. The glowing screen will continue to be a window of false hope that young people chase until our social systems are fundamentally reformed.